about tax equity, and that homeowners pay 100% of their taxes, but we found that large commercial owners and land speculators pay far, far less than the 100%. They pay maybe 60%, 30%. There are billions of dollars of missing valuation, but the homeowners are having to shoulder all that extra burden, and we think it's time for that to stop. Data that I've collected show as much as a 60% discount. In fact, an average of 60% on the 30 properties which I've identified. This list right here shows about $128 million in valuation missing from the tax rolls. So when a property sells for $11 million, it should be on the tax rolls for $11 million, yet it appears for $3 million. The dirty little secret is that commercial property owners, land speculators, pay far less than market value. State law requires that everyone pay 100% of market value, but through some detective work that I've done, getting market comparables for properties, large land acreage and buildings, that they typically pay only 40, 50, maybe 60% of market value. In other words, they're getting a 50% discount, where homeowners are paying close to 100% of their value. I will show through some documentation property where sold for $1.6 million. It's on the tax rolls for only $170,000, which is bad enough. It's only like 10 or 11%. But to add insult to injury, there's a complete built condominium complex on this property, and it doesn't even show up on the tax records under the improvements. So you've got, I don't know, 10, 12, $15 million worth of improvements that are not being counted. If you use the inflation calculator, since the year 2000, the inflation has been 25% over the 9 or 10 years. But try telling that to this woman here in East Austin, Deloria, I blacked out her name. She's retired, been in the same house since 1956. Her city taxes since 2000 have gone up 450%. This graph is all the real estate valuations in Travis County, the taxable property. And what it's shown since the year 2000 is that single-family homes have taken the brunt of the taxation.
Our organization, as well as everybody that's joined here with us today, is frankly fed up. The big fat cat developers, they need to be paying their fair share.
We believe that local jurisdictions are going to use these missing valuations as an excuse to raise property tax rates, and we are totally opposed to that.
Here we are in a time of economic downtime when the city of Austin is looking at cutting some of the most important services for most of the vulnerable population, which are our youth and our elderly. If they were paying the taxes that they were supposed to be paying, then my grandchildren over here wouldn't be in jeopardy of having the pool closed. They wouldn't be in jeopardy of not having a summer employment program going on. The elderly would not be in jeopardy of having their services, taken away. This is a very important issue.
Now the solution is that we, number one, ask the City Council and Travis County to challenge the appraised values. It's not good enough that the chief appraiser says, hey, we'll do better next time, or we're going to hire a couple more appraisers. That's not good enough. What we need is an investigation. Their sole function is appraising property. That's all they have to do. Well, I've been in the real estate business since 1983. Residential for a few years, but commercial probably for the last 20. It's an injustice that I see. I mean, it rankles me. We make enough money in the commercial real estate business that we don't have to offload our obligations onto homeowners.